The game gives and the game take it away. And not the real are mistakes, that's a simple misunderstanding. The red is supposed to be the killer and the pink is supposed to be the final girl. But I've been using the pink as the monster because it's in my mind that the red refers to the final girl. That is wrong. This one refers to the monster.
Hello! Welcome to Board Game Madness. I'm JC,
And I'm Mr. Valdez.
and tonight, Mr. Valdez is going to play a solo game of Final Girl. In Final Girl, Mr. Valdez is going to play as Paula, and he will have to confront, defeat, and kill Hans the Butcher.
Alright, so we're playing against Hans the Butcher. And we're playing at Camp Happy Trails. The setup is Treasure Hunt. And I would be playing on the Stream Horror difficulty. This is not the standard difficulty, it would be the Stream Horror. Stream Horror has one die and smaller number of time steps. Against Hans the Butcher, I played 6 times and I only won 1 time. So, this would be my number 7 try. Let's go. First thing I'm going to do is, first I have 2 dice prepared. I'm looking at the board. I need Trust and Lead ASAP. And Trust and Lead is at the cabins. This is over here. This is my character. It's 2 steps towards the cabin. So, first thing I'm going to do is just take a walk. I need a... Oh, that's 2. That's good. So, that is basically move up to 2 spaces, which I desperately need. 1, 2. That cost me 1 time. So, I'm down to 4. Thinking. Okay, I can now start searching, but what I'm going to do is just focus. So, first focus. That's lucky. That's very lucky. I never had this luck. I'm going to die later. So I those down to 3 and gains 2 focus. And I'll do it again. Another focus. What I'll do it this way. That's horrible. What I'm going to do is discard these 2 cards to turn this one into a star. So that would give me it decreases my horror by 1 and time those down by 1. And that's it. That is the action phase. Let's go to the planning phase. For 5 action, I need to search. That's the most important. So I need to take this. That is a total of 5 action points. Going to the killer phase. Reset back to 5. And all of these action cards goes to the tableau. In here, killer phase. It's going to try to attack. And there's no one here, so nothing happens. Next we go to the terror card and fire. Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flame. I'll put this over here and it's a 3. So, utility shed is burning. Where's the... All victims in that space are killed. Well then, 2 died. 2 people died. And blood loss would increase by 2. And 3 there. Horror goes up. Start all item cards from that space. No more utility shed. No more energy drink. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's the terror. That was the first turn. Amazing. Next, I'm going to go for the panic. There were victims that was killed, so everyone panics. But nobody's in the clear space, so that's fine. Let's go to the upkeep phase. We can reveal, reassign. Okay. Alright, so that was round 1. Round 1, that utility shed exploded in fire. We lost all of this stuff, and 2 victims died, blood loss happened. Round number 2. I'm going to do what I want, which is search the cabin. going to play the search card. I have 2. And I need more. Nothing. Nope. Okay, good luck to me. That's a 3. Oh, that's 2 stars. I take the top 2 cards of the space and choose one. So, it's a map or a Truscan lead. I really want to get the Truscan lead. Turin for each deck of cards. No, I am going to take the Truscan lead. So, this goes to my hand over here. And that has 3 spaces. 3 uses. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, with the Truscan lead, I can tank some attacks. Because I know from experience, the HANS the Butcher hits like a truck. One time it hits me for 5 damage and I died. For the map, I'm going to put this underneath, face down. Alright. So we know that the map is underneath here. That's my first action. This goes back here. What's my next move? I then continue searching, but I won't. I'm going to try to escape with these 2 here. So I'm gonna play walk. That's bad. I am going to play close call, paying 2 to roll all the dice. Okay, that's not bad. So time those down and I move here. Okay. And for my final action, I'm not going to do anything. Going to the planning phase, I then purchase anything for 2. I will take sprint and I will take back all 0 time. Hand size is now to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards. Still fine. I'm still safe. Reset back to 5. These 3 goes back to the where is the search? Those here, here, and here. And now we go to the killer phase. The trio will try to stab people and nobody's here, so nothing happens. We go draw a terror card, and the terror is he can keep coming. Increase the terror by 1 and move targeting the closest, which is these 2 poor victims. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and there's more here, so he will walk just 1. So if you look here, it says 1, so there's a movement of 1, and then try to stab anyone here. Nothing is stabbed. He just keeps coming. Next, we go to the panic phase. Nobody panic. We go to upkeep. And we go to round 3. First thing I'm going to do is I need to lower the horror. So I'm going to focus. Ha! That's horrible. That was done by 2. Okay then. I should try again. I need to lower my terror, my horror. Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to discard these 2 cards to allow to change this into a star. I will lower my terror, my horror by 1 and time those down by 1. Next, I'm going to sprint. I will plan to bring these 2 here. And if I can, I then try to go for this one. Oh, there's one person here at breakout point. Okay, that's horrible. Yeah, this game really doesn't want me to win. No stars, I then move up to 1 space. I will take 1 damage and the turn immediately ends. I really need to do that, so I'm going to go and move up to 1 spaces. I will lose 1 life. So lose 1 life. And I will lose 2 times space. And after this, the turn immediately ends. But I have rescued 2. And I'm going to take the first one, though here, to take the top item card. I will take the lucky dice. Very important for later. And I'm going to go here to take this to lower the horror by 1. Alright, that's action phase. Going to planning phase. I cannot purchase except for this 0. This action goes back or 0 to cost. And reset to 5. Going to the killer phase. Killer action. Start stabbing, nothing happens. And we draw a terror card. Oh, this one goes up here. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, look at the closest. Oh no! Someone's gonna die. They move and that's stab. So this one would die. That one die and this goes up and there's panic. So where is this one person going to run? They then run here. If it's a 5, 1 to 4 those here and 6 those here. So it's a 4. So it goes up. Up here. So this one person is now at the lake. There's an interesting idea here. Alright. Active phase, nothing happens. Now let's go to round 4. It's real bad actually. I don't know what items are here. And the dark power is almost activated. On the bright side, I have armor. And I have lucky dice. I only have 3 actions for this turn. So what I'm going to do is just walk. Okay, the plan is for me to walk until here. I'll just walk as far as I can. So, walk. And I need 2 dice. Okay, 1 success. I don't want to discard this, but that's how it is. I'm discarding these 2 cards to turn this into a success. 1 time goes down. Moving by 2. 1, 2. Okay, that's the end of my action phase. Going to the planning phase, I then did something for 4. I'll take all of this 0 costs. And for 4, I'm going to take this 3 and this 1. So search those here and I'm going back to 5. Going to the killer phase. Killer try to stab here anyone in the dock, nothing happens. We go to draw a terror. Hans wants me, he always wanted me. He's trying to stab me. Ah! Alright, so Hans sees me and, or rather he sees Paula. Hans going to do 1, 2, ignoring this one, goes here and starts stabbing. Stabbing for 2. I can take the damage. I need this stress can. Alright, I'm just going to ignore 1 damage. So I will take 1 damage from that. That's it. So killer phase is done. We go to the panic phase. Nobody panic. Now here's the problem. While Hans is here, I cannot bring these 2 victims into the killer space. So I cannot go there. That's not allowed. If I go up here and try to save this one, there's a possibility Hans would kill either of these 2, which is unfortunate. Alright, we're now going to round 5. First, I'm going to play Distraction. Best case scenario, I'll be able to bring myself to 3 dice. Yes! So, those down here, 3 dice. I can now roll 3 dice because Terror has done down. I also gain 2 time. Time here represents how much time I have to plan out what I'm going to do. Okay, this is done. Next, I can try attacking. Yeah. I'm going to try attacking. Where's the 3rd die? Here. So, I'm over here. Weak attack. And let's try to hit at least once. And I hit him for 1 and he deals 1 damage to me. So 1 damage to Hans and 1 damage to me. I'm going to use this lead to prevent that damage. And I just realized that I cannot walk away. I cannot walk away because the walk is over there. So I'm going to take a short rest. And And I heal for 1. So I gain 1. I then change this. Then play close call to change this one to try to reroll. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Call. Reroll this one, hoping for a star. It's a star. I heal by 2. So earlier I got 2 damage, so I'm back to 5. Okay, I'm still alive somehow. Going to the planning phase. First, I'm going to take all of these zeros. And I have planning for 7. I really need to be sure that I don't die, so I'm going to take this retaliate for 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Still have 3. I will take improvise. And that's it. Going back to 5 and returning these cards. Distraction goes here. Killer face. Start stabbing. I'm here, so he's going to start stabbing me. Stabbing Paula. I'm going to pray retaliate. So if you look here, Hans deals 2 damage. I'm going to play retaliate, hoping to get either reduce by 2 or ignore all attacks. So horror horror is here, so I throw 3 dice. And that's bad. I'm going to have to discard. Yeah, I do not want to discard, but I'll discard these 2 focus to turn this into a star. Reduce attack by 2, so I take 0 damage, and I deal 1 damage at the crackback. Okay. Let's withdraw a terror dice. I really hope this isn't stabbing. He's just standing there, increase horror by 2. And he's going to move to the closest final girl or victim. And he's just standing there. Okay, panic, no panic. We're now at round 6 and still in a bad spot. I have 2 walks. I will take this, and since horror increase, I only throw 2 dice instead. I'm just going to do this 1 step, so move 1 here, time those down by 1. Then I'm going to take another walk to try to save this victim. That is not enough. I'm going to take this, I'm going to move 1 space to save this victim. This goes here to increase time by 2. However, I lose 1 life and time those down by 2. Goes down to 4. I end my action phase going to the planning phase with a time of 4. With that 4, where I'm trying to take all of these zeros. I really need to run. I'm trying to take both of these 2s. Those to 0. The plan here is, in case Hans has to move, and he's likely going to get the victim, and I'm going to send Hans here to try to save this one for later. If he's going to move towards the final girl, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm going to dead stab again. But if it's a final girl or victim like this one, I will choose the victim because the victims are closer. Okay, killer face, resolve terror action, nothing happens. Terror card. He's just standing there. He's not a target. The closest final girl or victim. Those towards here. Oh, this one person is at makeout point. And is just there, standing menacingly. Those 2 panic, nothing panics. And we go to active, nothing happens. We go to the next round. Round 7. Here's the plan. Right now, Hans is here at makeout point and with 1 victim. I plan to use the sprint to go here, drop the victim, run away, drop this other victim, and try to go here to try to save them. Alright, that's the plan. If I do that correctly, Paula would upgrade to her more stronger side. First thing I'm gonna do is play improvise. I really hope I get this. Throwing 2 dice. Yes, I will discard these 2 cards to make this into a star. I will now turn this into a star. So all 3s and 4s are successes. So this is very important. I'll leave this here because that's how important it is. I'm gonna play sprint. Okay, 3 and 4s are successes because of improvise. So I have 2 success. I'm going to move up to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. I will lower my time by 1. And I will play the sprint. If I do not get a star here, it would be bad. Okay, so that is 1 star, which is fine. I move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. I lower my action down. Alright, that's it. Going to the planet phase, I then purchase something for 3. First, I'm gonna take all of this. And I'm going to take guard and close call because I'm going to make a prediction that Hans would go towards the 3 of us. Going to the killer phase. Alright, I need to put this back. 0, 2s, and 3s. Resolve killer action. Stabby stabby. Nobody but stab. Draw terror card. And it's he just keeps coming. Increase horror by 1. And move towards the closest one of these. Moving by 1. Just 1. Well, lucky. Stops here. Tries to stab. Nobody was stabbed. Let's go to round 8. So, right now we're still good. Just gonna walk towards here to unleash my ultimate form. Going to... I need to focus. Try to lower the horror. That is 1. So, it lower horror by 1. And lower time by 1. Let's do it again. Okay, same. I lower by 1 and lower by 1. And finally, let's try to do a walk. I will discard these 2 cards to turn these 3 into a success. Moving up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. I will lower the time and I've saved these 2. I gain this. First, I gain a life. And I then walk up to 2 spaces. I will move over here. 1, 2. And since I saved 5, I unlock Paula's final form. Things are turning dicey. Anytime you would roll only 1 die, roll 2 dice instead. If a single number resort is needed, you choose which die to use. So, apparently this is actually not so helpful because I keep throwing 2 dice. Still my turn, and that's it. I'm not doing anything more. I have 2 to buy, these 2, and I will take sprint. Going back to 5. Killer will resolve their action, stabby stabby, and draw a terror. That girl, what's her name? She can help us. Place 2 new victims in the space where you started the game. Why are there 2 new victims here at the basketball court? At the recreational area. At the tennis court, basketball court, sure. Increase terror by 1, and with that an event. After 8 rounds, we find the first event, which is Death Wits. I got that a better look, even if it kills me. During the upkeep phase, move the victim closer to the killer, 1 space towards it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of these are have of Death Wits. I'm going to choose this one. This one wants to get a closer look at the killer. So those here. And nothing happens in panic. Nothing happens to upkeep. Round 9. I'm going to sprint. Going to go towards here just to lower my horror. That's bad. I will discard 2 cards. Or discard these 2 to turn this into a success. Move up to 2 spaces. So 1 and 2. And time those down by 1. I think that's it. Go to the planning phase. I'll take all of these, 0 cost. And I will go take a 4. These 2 close calls. And I will take 1 sprint. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Return this. And increase back to 5. Killer phase. Killer still starts stabbing here, trying to find somebody to kill. And with that, taking souvenirs. These have no surge. That we have victims. Go to the nearest victim, which is this one. Movement of 1 times 2, so moving 2. 1, 2. And stab twice. Stab, stab, nobody's there. For each victim killed, plus 1 blood loss. Which, luckily, nobody died. Round 10. I can save this now, so that I can throw 3 dice. We're still in a dude's place. I am going to focus. I have close call. I'm going to play close call on this one, hoping for 2 out of 6, a star. That's not a star. I will play close call, but then change, hopefully 2 out of 6. Nope, the game really don't want me to focus. So I will now lower my horror by 1 and lower time by 1. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to focus once again, and that's horrible. I will discard these 2 to turn this into a star, lower horror by 1, and now I then throw 3 dice. I'm going to play sprint and try to run, throwing 3 dice. Okay, this one would now do 1, 2. At the very least, I can try to protect this. Going to planning phase, I will take 3. Not enough for retaliate. I will take all of these. I will take the sprint. Try to run away as I can. Killer phase. Stabby, stabby, nothing happens. Let's see what terror he has. He does keep swinging his hammer and killing and killing and killing and killing. And this is bad. He's going to start stabbing. Those here stabs the victim once. That dies. Those up here. Horror those up. And then he looks for another victim. The next victim is over here. It's going to walk. The monster is going to move closer. Still at 1 movement. And start stabbing. That's the killer phase. Panic phase. Victim was killed. There's no victims here, so nothing happens. We go to upkeep. Now, round 11. The plan is for me to sprint. Going to run towards this. Alright, here we go. I really need that move up to 3 spaces. Not enough. I am going to use my lucky dice. So I'll discard this one. This is gone. Alright, so I'm having a decision to make. Should I reroll both of these or reroll this one and I then discard this? I think I'm just gonna reroll this one. It's the same. Well, that was a waste of time. I'm going to discard these 2 to turn 1 into a star and then move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. And time those down by 1. That's the end of my action phase. Purchasing phase. I will take all of these 0 to cost. Then I will take these 2. I will take the other sprint. Reset time to 5. And now it's the killer's turn. Start stabbing here. Nothing happens. Draw the next terror. Run for your life! All victims that are not in your space must panic. Tudin, I'm here. Now, here's a problem. He's going to start stabbing. And then he's going to walk towards here. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? That is the end of the killer's phase. Panic phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, nothing. Round 12! Alright, so I really need to run. But first, I'm trying to focus. Try to lower my horror down. Okay, that's good. So I lower my horror down by 1. Time those down by 1. Next, I'm going to sprint. And since I'm now at this location, I will now throw 3 dice. Yeah, that is good enough. So, that is just 1 movement, but I'm going to spend 2 to turn this into a success, allowing me to move 3 spaces. So, 1, 2, and 3. I had to do it that way because I can only lead 2 victims. that is 3. And if we look here, for each additional victim saved, receive 2 time. So that is 3 times 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to end my turn there. Going to the planning phase, that's a lot. I then get something for 10, so 4. This is 4. I will take this 3. I will take the other improvise. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So still within the limit. Killer phase. Killer tries to stab. And we go to the terror card. Unholy Rage. So this is the first minor dart power that we found. This has 2. And HANS does an additional damage for each attack. So that is bad. We go to the panic phase, upkeep phase, and that's it. Happy Friday the 13th round. It's the 13th round. We're kinda in a good place. So what I'm going to do is try to deal some damage. I'm going to play improvise. Best case scenario, with that to treat everything as successes. 3 and 4 are success. I will discard these 2 cards to turn that into a success until the action phase ends, or 3s and 4s are success. I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk by 1 space, going towards HANS. And then I'm going to strike. That's dude. I deal 2 damage. I'm getting rid of this Unholy Rage. It's too dangerous. Horror goes down, but since I'm at horror 0, time increases by 1. I'm going to play weak attack. This is a success, so I will deal 1 damage, and he's going to deal 1 damage back to me. I'm going to walk. 1 success, so I'm going to move 1 space towards the dock. That's the end of the action phase, going to the planning phase. With 4 time, I'm going to take sprint. Reserves the thriller action. He's going to start stabbing. And the terror is HANS wants me. He always wanted me. Select the Final Girl and start stabbing. So, I will try to guard this. Hopefully, I would defend against 3 damage. Okay, so this is 1 star. Reduce damage by 2. HANS attack for 3. I will ignore 1 damage by a Trascan lead. Alright, done with the panic phase. We don't do upkeep, nothing happens. We go to the next round. Round 14. The plan is for me to go to the dock and hopefully find something here. So, I'm going to sprint. That's good enough. 1, 2, and time goes down by 1. I'm going to start searching. I'm gonna try to search for something. 1. I will discard these 2 cards to turn that into a success. I will take the top 2 cards. Hopefully I find a weapon. First aid and whistle. These are useless. I will take the first aid kit. I will end my turn with 4 buying power. I take the other search for 2 and the guard for the other 2. Alright. HANS going to stab. Going for terror. He just came out of nowhere. Place HANS with the farthest target possible. The farthest target is me, Final Girl. So, I will place Han here. He just came out of nowhere. Yeah, she's at the dock. Increase horror by 1. and draw the next terror card. Let's though see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. There's more victims! Increase horror by 1 and we get an event. Vengeance! I will now take this one. The victim farthest from the killer is now the damned. So this one is now the damned. This one person went here to see if the rumors are true, and I don't know why I pissed it off, and I don't care. Just save me. That's what this victim said. Whenever the killer must choose a target, the damned is chosen instead. The damned can only be saved if it is the last victim alive. So I need to save this one victim first before I can save the damned. If the damned dies, +2 bloodlust. And I don't want bloodlust because we're almost at the dark power. Alright, that was the killer phase. Panic phase, nothing happens. Upkeep phase, nothing happens. And we do round 15. For this round, I really need to find something here. So, I'm going to improvise. I'm down to horror number 2. I will improvise. That is bad. I will discard these 2 cards to turn that into a success. Then only for the next horror roll, 3s and 4 are success. I will play search and I really need to find something helpful, like a weapon. Alright, that is a success. 1 success. Lower by 1. I hope this is useful. It's a lucky rabbit's foot. That is not what I need. It is helpful, but not now. Alright, next, I'm going to play a weak attack. And hopefully I deal damage. That is bad. I try to attack him, but no damage. I would lose a life and the turn ends. I'm just going to take the 1 damage and my turn ends. Going to the planning phase. I only have 4. I will take this. And I will take 2. And I will take the other search. So I'm basically cycling. Han is going to stabby. I'm going to guard. He's going to attack with a power of 3. That is not good. I am going to play close call. I'm going to roll all dice by removing 2. 1, 2. Okay, that's almost good enough. I reduce damage by 2. He has an attack of 3. So I take 1 damage. That was only for his killer action. Now we draw his terror. He's going to go to the closest victims. And this is bad. So, move twice. That's twice. He's gonna move twice. 1, 2. He's going to attack twice. He's gonna deal this one. And he's gonna deal this one. Is there anything I can do about this? No, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. These 2 dice. And since 2 died, increase bloodlust by 2. 1, 2. Han unlocks his dark power. And his dark power is Sledgehammer Massacre. For each attack, Han attacks you and each victim in his space once. For each victim killed during this attack, increase horror by 1. So 2 died. And the one who died was a damned. The damned dies, so +2 to bloodlust. 1, 2. It went past here, so increase the horror by 1. Well, now I'm in a bad spot. I now have to throw only 1 die now. And that's for this round, the worst round so far. Alright, so this is round 16. I'm down to 2 life. Hans still has a lot of life. He can deal 4 damage now. I can only throw 1 die. Yeah, this is bad. First thing I'm going to do is use the lucky rabbit's foot. I'm going to make a horror roll. I'm just going to throw 1. But because of Paula, anytime you would roll only 1 die, roll 2 instead. So I'm gonna roll 2. And that was bad. No success at all. I will play close call to roll all the dice. And if you've noticed, I'm down to 3 because of the defense earlier. So I'm down to 1 time. Let's see what happens. That's 2 success. I will now use this one to lower my horror by 1. And then I'm just going to gain 1 life, 1 heal. I'm going to... I'm gonna try to do a search. Okay, 1 success. I will take the top card, which is here. And the top card is Pepper Spray. If the killer is in your space, you may discard this to immediately end that killer phase. These should have been used for earlier, but that's all I can do. And lower time by 1. For this last one, I'm going to focus. Okay, 2 success. I'm going to lower horror by 1 and increase time by 2. I then do another focus because of that. 1 success. I will lower horror and lower time. I'm not going to end my turn. I'm going to discard this to increase my time by 1. That's my action phase. Going to the planning phase. I have 2 buying power. Going to take the other guard. I have defense just in case he comes after me. Because that is a 4 attack. It's going to be painful. Going to HANS turn. He's going to start stabbing. Nothing happens. Maybe things are starting to go our way. Draw the top card of any item deck. I really hope that this is a weapon. It's a bear trap. Okay, that's good. We know this card is not a weapon because we searched this earlier. So there might be a weapon in the cabins. Who knows? We'll see. In the meantime, that's the end of the killer phase. Going to panic, then upkeep. Round 17. Here's the plan. First thing I'm gonna do is set up bear trap. So spend 2 to put in a bear trap. I'll put the bear trap here. If the killer enters this space, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. And the killer receives 2 damage. First thing I'm going to do is take a short rest. That's 1. Okay, I'm going to gain 1 life and time goes down by 1. Yeah, we start at 5, goes down by 1. After that, I end my turn. I have 4 buying power. I will take Furious Strike. Going to the killer. Killer starts stabbing, nothing happens. Going to event the terror. And you can't save us, no one can. If there are no victims on the board, discard this and draw the next terror card. Alright. He just keeps coming. Increase horror by 1. And Final Girl move by 2. So 1, 2. Now, I'm going to death stab, but there's a bear trap. The bear trap activates. The bear trap deals 2 damage to the to HANS. And that ends his turn. Round 18. I really need to make sure that I survive this one. I'm going to start focusing. That's good. Lower horror, lower time. I will once again focus, second focus. That is bad. That is real bad. I lose 9. Next thing I'm going to do is play Furious Strike. That is not good. I'm going to take 1 damage and increase the horror. Why? And my turn ends. So I damage myself. Ouch. To into my planning phase, I have a buying power of 2. I will take both close calls. Going back to 5. Now, I have a decision to make. Should I use the pepper spray? He then attacked me for 4. I then guard. But that's not good enough. I'm going to use the pepper spray. The killer phase ends immediately. We're not gonna draw any terror cards. We're now at round 19. I will I will do a weak attack. I will discard these 2 cards to turn that into a success, dealing 1 damage to Hans. Still not yet done. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life. I will take a walk. And that's horrible. I will discard these 2 cards to turn that into a success, allowing me to move by 1 space. I will lower my time. Going to my planning phase with a buying power of 4. I will take Retaliate. Enemy phase is going to start stabbing. I thought it's a mistake. So I was here earlier and I moved by 1. I should be here, just here. I'm just going to focus. I think for them to reset to 5. Alright, that's good. That's something good. Lower that horror by 1, increase time by 2. And we'll do it again. Okay, the game dips and the game take it away. I'm going to lose 2 time. Alright, that's it. Go to my planning phase with a total buying power of 5. I'm going to take Furious Strike and Close Call. Enemy phase, attack. Terror. I fell asleep, what did I miss? Place 1 new victim at the cabins. So, there's 1 victim over here, woke up at the cabins. Horror increased by 2, and that's it. Going to the next round. I'm going to walk in, hit him, and then walk out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, walk. That's bad. Yeah, I'm going to walk towards Hans. And I will take 1 damage from that, losing 2 time. I'm going to use Furious Strike. I'm going to discard Close Call and Guard to turn that into a success, dealing 2 damage to Hans and decreasing horror by 1. I will take a weak attack, dealing 1 damage to Hans, and he deals 1 damage to me, putting me down to here. I'm down to 1 life, but I had to throw 1, 2, 3 dice instead. I will play walk, and I will try to run away. That is horrible. I'm just not gonna move. I'm going to lose 2 time. And I will end my turn in front of Hans. This is the worst thing that would have happened. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard Short Rest to increase my buying power to 2. And with the 2, I'm going to take Guard. Now, you might ask, why did I take 2 defense? Because if we look here, because of Sledgehammer Massacre, Hans is going to attack twice. Once for this attack, and another because of Sledgehammer Massacre. So, yeah, this is bad. Going to Hans is going to start stabbing once and another. So, for the first one, I'm going to play Retaliate. Throwing 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. That is not good enough. I'm going to die. So, it's not enough. Because even if I discard these 2 to turn this into a success, I'm only going to reduce the attack by just 2. And I don't have enough cards. So he still attacks for 2. I only have 1 life. But we'll see. I still deal 1 damage to him. And let's see if I still have enough life. I still have enough life. I have 1 life. No. He's not yet done. That was for this action. Sledgehammer happens. Then I play Guard. And if I don't see 2 stars, I lose. I only see 1 star. I reduce damage by 2. He's going to attack me for 2 damage and I die. That's Hans the Butcher. I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 victims. One victim still sleeping at the cabin. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 died to the hands. And that's Final Girl, extreme horror version.
So what are your overall thoughts about Final Girl, Mr. Valdez?
First of all, looking at my records, I seem to only won 8 times and lost 17 times. Well, 18 times with this one.
Wow.
But this is on hard mode. In normal mode, I won 3 times and lost 2 times. But I really enjoy playing in the harder difficulty.
Look how many victims you managed to save.
Yeah, I did save a lot. But this guy who made fun of Hans, it
Yes.
all went downhill when that happened.
So you got a little bit lucky when you were about to die. Let's see what would happen with Hans if you managed to hit
Oh,
him
sure.
back.
Okay, let's look at this. Assuming I survived this one, terrorists will still move. Let's see what the next thing. He's trying to stab me, so I wouldn't survive. There was no way for me to survive. I would then stab here, I would then stab here, and I would then stab here. Now, what I should have done was, I should have walked away. That's what I should have done. But I didn't. I tried to do as much damage as I can. I think that's my biggest mistake. I should have walked away and looking at the board. He's not going to move towards me. Yeah. So if I move on the last round, I would survive one more.
So really difficult to win. Also, as you pointed, this is the hardest version.
Extreme horror difficult.
Extreme horror difficult version. What's your favorite feature film of Final Girl?
Well, let me just deduce from the shelf. My favorite monster, the fight, would be Intanyamba, this one. And my favorite map, I have 2 favorite maps, Sainted Grove and Maple Lane. Now, why do I like Sainted Grove and Intanyamba? So, in Sainted Grove, there are a lot of tourists. And the tourists is pissing off Intanyamba because they're out there climbing the statue, taking selfies, throwing trash, and it makes Intanyamba very angry. I'm trying to save them and they decide to climb a rock to take better selfie. It's a madness.
Would you recommend Final Girl?
Yes, I would recommend Final Girl. Final Girl is one of my favorite solo board games. It's hard. It's meant to be hard. It's meant to hurt you. I'm playing on the hard difficulty. If we look at the normal difficulty, so this is the hard difficulty and this is the normal difficulty. You can notice that you can throw 3 dice with just 1 and the time starts at 6 instead of 5. And the 1 die, instead of this one starting at 5, it starts over there. So you would have a lot more dice to throw.
Yeah, makes difference.
I'm curious, what is Hans' final form? So if we run out of terror cards, he's going to upgrade to his final form. And it would be darker, darker, and darkest. And it says draw a second dark power when this is revealed. So add even, and Butcher Bloodlust would have been the add. That would be horrible. I mean, he would be dealing a lot of damage.
Wow.
Yeah. And there is a card here that is the more difficult version. Yeah. There we go. So one of the cards is Epic Dark Power and it's basically more dangerous.
So if you really like horror movies, also if you like board games or you're starting in solo games, definitely this is for you. So thank you, Mr. Valdez, for coming. Thank you so much, guys. If you arrived to this point of the video, please don't forget to smash the like button, to hit the subscribe button, and if we don't die, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.